Leviticus 20 and 13. Go ahead.
If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
That's good. Let's go over here to the book of Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter. So you seeing the Lord is letting you know this is an abomination. That man should not be laying with man and women should not be laying with women. Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter. And we're going to pick it up in verse 9. Jeremiah 23, and we can pick it up in verse 9. When you get it, go ahead.
Mine heart within me is broken because of the prophets. All my bones shake. I am like a drunken man, and like a man whom wine hath overcome, because of the Lord, and because of the words of his holiness. For the land is full of adulterers. For because of swearing the land mourneth. The pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right. For both prophet and priest are profane. Yea, in my house have I found their wickedness, saith the Lord. Wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways in the darkness. They shall be driven on, and fall therein. For I will bring evil upon them, even the year of their visitation, saith the Lord. And I have seen folly in the prophets of Samaria. They prophesied in Baal, and caused my people Israel to err. I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem an horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers, that none doth return from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah.
That's good. Let's go over here to 1 Kings, the 14th chapter. 1 Kings, the 14th chapter. We're going to pick it up in verse 21. This is when Rehoboam was king of Judah. 14, and we're going to pick it up at 21. When you get it, go ahead.
And Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, reigned in Judah. Rehoboam was 41 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city which the Lord did choose out of all the tribes of Israel to put his name there. And his mother's name was Naamah, an Ammonitess. And Judah did evil in the sight of the Lord, and they provoked him to jealousy with their sins which they had committed, above all their fathers had done. For they also built them high places, and images, and groves on every high hill, and under every green tree. And there were also Sodomites in the land, and they did according to all the abominations of the nation which the Lord cast out before the children of Israel.
So you see here, this has always been something going on with our people. You know, this is no new thing. But with people not keeping the laws of God and not reading this book, they done made themselves all the way into the church, and some of them standing up here at the podium. Because if you don't read this book, this is our protection, our instructions. Let's go look at something else. Let's go over to the 15th chapter. Just turn right over, 1 Kings 15, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1. 1 Kings 15 and 1. This one, Asa was over Judah. And we're going to read on that. When you get it, go ahead.
Now in the 18th year of King Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, reigned Abijam over Judah. 3 years reigned he in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Maacah, the daughter of Absalom. And he walked in all the sins of his father, which he had done before him. And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as the heart of David his father. Nevertheless, for David's sake did the Lord his God give him a lamp in Jerusalem, to set up his son after him, and to establish Jerusalem. because David did that which was right in the eyes of the Lord, and turned not aside from anything that he commanded him all the days of his life, save only in the matter of Uriah the Hittite.
So the Lord is letting you know that David did everything that he commanded him to do and everything that he wanted him to do. It's just he messed up with Uriah the Hittite. You know, David wanted this man's wife. He sent the man up there on the front line, got him killed so he could take his wife. And the Lord wasn't pleased with that, and he dealt with him with that. But he's just letting you know, other than that, David did everything he was commanded. Continue.
And there was war between Rehoboam and Jeroboam all the days of his life. Now the rest of the acts of Abijam and all that he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And there was war between Abijam and Jeroboam. And Abijam slept with his fathers, and they buried him in the city of David. And Asa his son reigned in his stead. And in the 20th year of Jeroboam king of Israel reigned Asa over Judah. And 41 years reigned he in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Maachah, the daughter of Absalom. And Asa did that which was right in the eyes of the Lord, as did David his father. And he took away the land, and he took away the Sodomites out of the land, and removed all the idols that his fathers had made.
So he took all the Sodomites out of the land, and then he took away all these little idols and stuff that his father and them had made. Continue.
And also Maachah, his mother, even her he removed from being queen, because she had made an idol in a grove. And Asa destroyed her idol, and burnt it by the brook of Kidron. But the high places were not removed. Nevertheless, Asa's heart was perfect with the Lord all his days. And he brought in the things which his father had dedicated, and the things which he himself had dedicated, into the house of the Lord, silver and gold and vessels.
That's good. Let's go to 1 Kings, the 22nd chapter. 1 Kings 22, 22nd chapter. And we're going to pick it up at 41. 1 Kings 22 and 41. Now this is after Asa. Continue.
And Jehoshaphat, the son of Asa, began to reign over Judah in the 4th year of Ahab, king of Israel. Jehoshaphat was 30 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 25 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Azubah, the daughter of Shilihah. And he walked in all the ways of Asa his father. He turned not aside from it, doing that which was right in the eyes of the Lord. Nevertheless, the high places were not taken away, for the people offered and burnt and incense yet in the high places. And Jehoshaphat made peace with the king of Israel. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoshaphat and his might that he showed, and how he warred, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? And the remnant of the Sodomites which remained in the days of his father Asa, he took out of the land.
So you see, this was common. We done read on a couple of kings now, and you see they always had Sodomites in the land, and they always got rid of them and took them out of there. So if they couldn't even be in the land, there's no way they should be in the churches, and definitely not in the churches teaching. Let's go and look at something else, 2 Kings, and let's go to 22nd chapter. Kings, the 22nd chapter, 2 Kings, and we're going to pick this up at verse 1. Second Kings 22, and pick it up at verse 1. This is when they had found the book of the Lord, and they was building the house of the Lord. We're going to read into that. 22, you can pick it up at 1. Get it, go ahead.
Josiah was 8 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 31 years in Jerusalem. Excuse me. And his mother's name was Jedediah, the daughter of Adiah, the boss captain. And he did that which was right in the sight of the Lord, and walked in all the way of David his father, and turned not aside to the right hand or to the left. And it came to pass in the 18th year of King Josiah that the king sent Shaphan the son